That story, but the chief, James White, updating us right now on our top story tonight. Let's go to him live.
A person in mental crisis, a female who had just assaulted her son. She was in her underwear and had assaulted the caller. We believe that the caller's her mother, but that has not been confirmed yet. She assaulted her, our understanding is, with knives and a weapon. She was bleeding from the head. That's our caller. At that time, the caller indicated that she had a previous medical condition and that she was concerned that it was going to aggravate her previous medical condition. I believe she said she had a stroke, and she was very worried that she was going to have to shoot the assailant, which she described as her own child. So she said that, I'm afraid I'm going to have to shoot my own child. The officers arrive on the scene. They knock on the door. At some point in the conversation, our caller indicates to the officers that she's concerned that the assailant is going to hurt her children. In fact, one of the children was struck in the head and was bleeding from the head. The officers attempt to negotiate with her. They surround the house. Approximately 40 to 45 minutes later, she opens the door. They're going back and forth. They try to talk through getting her out of the home. She opens the door and says that she's not coming out. They see a gun behind her. She closes the door again. They order SRT to declare what we call a declaration of a barricaded gunman. At this point, within a few minutes, while they're waiting SRT, she opens the door. And what we're investigating now is the officers at that point end up inside the home. There's a struggle and shots are fired. What we're investigating right now is how many shots, who fired, if she fired, if we fired first. All those things will be looked at. We're downloading body cameras. The unfortunate result is she was struck and fatally wounded.
Chief, you've had a lot of these incidents that have been very intense involving mental health. I mean, you've talked about this time and time again, yet your officers see this over and over again here.
Yeah, it's a troubling situation, and certainly one that we are responding to quite a bit. And it has been a significant uptick. I've been talking about it a lot. And again, it's a tragic situation. Officers are forced to deal with these cases. But we're going to look at every aspect of this case and see exactly what happened. We know that the caller indicated that she's schizophrenic. We know that she was partially clothed. And we also know from the caller's recollection and information that she had a weapon and at some point was outside with that weapon, partially clothed. So all of those things are indicators that she's in crisis. We did have a CIT trained officer here who's crisis intervention trained, started the negotiation, and now we're looking at all the other pieces. And as always, we're going to be transparent. The reason that we report these out so early is because we want to be transparent with the community. Certainly a troubling case and a tragic ending. But we're going to continue to be transparent. There's no other way but to be transparent. So that's why you're getting early information. But again, the emphasis is that this is preliminary.
Do you believe that your officers felt they were in a situation where they had to save lives in there?
Well, I believe that to be the case, but I think it would be irresponsible for me to make that commentary until I look at video and I interview, and we get our interviews from witnesses. We talk to neighbors. We pull Ring doorbells. I'm not going to make any comments about. I mean, I know what our policies are, and I certainly believe that they follow them, but I have to know that, and I have to look at the video and everything else to make a final determination.
So I have a better understanding of the ages that the people we're dealing with here. Are we talking about young children in this home? Are we talking about adult children in this home?
Young children are in the home, yes.
And we have multiple family members who were hurt here tonight?
Yes, my understanding is, as I indicated, a young child was struck in the head and was bleeding from the head, and it's being reported that it was, in fact, the assailant that did that, and also the caller was assaulted, and that's the one that indicated that she believed that assault aggravated a previous injury. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
All right, Chief James White talking about yet another intersection of someone with a mental health crisis and the Detroit Police Department. And again, it has ended in very tragic fashion. We'll continue to glean more with Mara McDonald there on the scene, and we'll have a full update coming up tonight on Local 4 News at 11.
Just last month, we were reporting Porter Burks, 22-year-old, shot with a mental health issue by Detroit police. So as you said, we'll have more at 11. We'll